Well, EMPEA is playing a very valuable role in this industry with events like today. It's still a very young industry, private equity in Africa, and it's a great opportunity for practitioners to come together and in a sort of hard way share knowledge and facts. But there's probably bigger and softer impact, which is to give each other confidence that what we're doing actually does make sense. I think, individually, we often ask ourselves, are we mad to be taking the risks that we do? I think you come together in a group like this, you see the quality of thinking and you see the quality of execution, and you feel a sense of confidence from the interactions.
I think that these forums are very good. We get to see a lot of people quite quickly. I think the interaction and the knowledge sharing and the competition and the, what happens in a group of people when they socialize in effect is really productive. And it is a platform for people to connect, both from the geographies that are operated, or the people that are operating geographies in Africa, and for those that live in offices, moving capital around in London and in other more developed cities.
So looking at today's event, I think it was a very organized, well-organized event in terms of participants. If you look at the sort of panel people who actually attended, over 350 people per sign up for the conference, and the topics of the speakers very well formatted. So for me, such platforms are always very good too from the broader private equity environment. So one, it gives opportunities for potential funders, so funds of funds, people looking to place funds into particular private equity, and also the private equity companies, an opportunity for them to showcase some of their good returns and case studies to encourage a lot more investment into their funds. And then probably much thirdly, to all the various service providers, from transaction advisors like ourselves, auditors, law firms. This is normally quite a good platform to interact and actually almost share best practice and emerging trends. And also, I think we've seen quite a big trend that a lot of the capital seeking investment in Africa is based in London. So having such a conference in this market with capital rich, where there's a lot of capital seeking to find a home in Africa, makes a lot of sense. So I think in my view, I think it's been a very well organized conference, a very positive platform, and certainly as Ernst & Young, we will continue leveraging this platform to engage with our key clients across the European market.
I think the event is really excellent. It's an excellent idea, and I think the most important thing about it is that it's ahead of the curve. The global growth is rotating, and we're seeing more growth coming out of emerging and frontier markets, and it is important, in order to both support the growth and benefit from it, to zero in on investment opportunities. And the only way to zero in on investment opportunities is to have events like this that highlight both the risks and opportunities and bring people together also to talk about investment opportunities. So for example, I received a lot of positive feedback on our panel because we called a spade a spade. We were honest about risks and opportunities, and we provided a lot of granularity on the situation in North Africa, which people don't seem to get at other conferences. So congratulations.
We've reached the end of the 4th annual Private Equity in Africa Summit, and it's been yet another highly successful event. We've had great speakers, great debate, and great attendance. The theme of this year's conference was driving Africa's economic transformation, with a particular focus on the role that private equity can play in this regard. We had very honest debate about the opportunities and sense of optimism that surround Africa, but also the challenges the continent faces, particularly the day-to-day practicalities of being a private equity investor in Africa. Nevertheless, the sentiment has been overwhelmingly optimistic, and we very much look forward to doing it again next year.